sun. People, I'm just gonna be really honest with you. Lately, I've noticed how agitated and anxious we've all become. We're constantly rushing. We want everything to go faster, faster, and faster. Because many of you look at your peers, some getting good results, some getting good scholarships, some are in huge companies, some getting high-paid jobs, and many more. So you feel like you're left behind. So you close your room doors and went to a lot of negative self-talk in your room, and you become anxious and start blaming yourself for not being fast enough, for not being much thing enough in this stage, and not losing focus in your life. I feel you. But guess what? I recently sat down with Professor Richard Gilbertson from University of Cambridge. So he's the master of Gonville Caius College in Cambridge, and he studied children cancer. So I asked him two questions that many of you are struggling with. So the first question we asked about pressure, we asked about resilience. Basically, how do you keep on going when the pressure is sky high? And the second question I asked about creativity. How do you stay imaginative when the expectation on you gets higher? When the world kind of expect you to be a result-producing machine? I don't know whether it's a good way to describe it, but you get what I mean, right? And people, I want you to watch this because his perspective, his insights, his way in seeing this, his wisdom might just help you to find your peace again and embrace your life. So let's dive into the interview session, and we will come back here after the interview session to do the final reflection on how can we reflect his wisdom into our life. So let's dive in and see you later.
I paint.
Man, where can I see your work?
Mainly in the bin. That's another joke, by the way.
Good day, we're here with Professor Richard Gilbertson from University of Cambridge. Professor, you have dedicated your career on giving hope for cancer patients out there, especially children. Thank you for joining us today. Let's start with something about resilience. Professor, you carry the hopes for so many families and you manage massive global projects. So how do you personally handle the emotional weight without burning out? And what keeps you going under high pressure?
Well, I think first of all that the science is fun. So although the topic is very challenging, the science is fun, and it's the excitement of discovery which is really important. But what keeps me going at the end of the day is still the same thing that started me working in children's cancer. So when I was a medical student, I watched a little girl die of a brain tumour, and it completely changed my life, and I thought, this is what I'm going to work on. And actually, I remember her still to this day, and that's what keeps me going. So making sure that fewer and fewer children die of cancer is what keeps me going.
Thank you. So it reminds us that for every breakthrough that we've seen, there's a human story and a lot of heart. Right. Thank you for sharing that. So now let's move on to the next question about creativity. Professor, in your talk just now, you used the Shakespeare and the Romeo and Juliet analogy to explain the complex AI and gene context. I love how you bridge the gap between literature and biology. So how important is creativity for the scientists nowadays? And can being an art lover make you a better researcher?
Good question. So I think everybody practices science differently. I paint, so I love art. So one of my favourite things to do is oil painting. And actually the way that I approach oil painting, which is using different colours and thinking about things differently when you're creating a painting, it's very much how I approach science. So it's a creative process and it helps you think imaginatively, just like you approach an experiment and it's a blank canvas. You're not taking any preconceived ideas with you to that. You're starting to open doors for the first time, just like you're starting a painting for the first time. So that approach is really, really helpful for me.
I see, that's interesting to know. Oh, you love painting?
Yeah.
Oh, so what kind of painting is that?
Landscapes and portraits.
Landscape portraits, oil painting.
Yeah.
Man, where can I see your work?
Mainly in the bin. That's another joke, by the way. Yeah.
So that was incredibly inspiring. It's a reminder that science really needs both sharp mind and big heart. So Professor, thank you again for your amazing advice today. For students out there, stay curious, stay inspired, and have a nice day. That was powerful, wasn't it?
So the professor mentioned how he approached art exactly like how he approached science, like a blank canvas. It made me reflect on my life as a student and as a teacher as well. I realized that we often try to fill our canvas before we even start. We fill the canvas with expectations, the fear of failing, or the urge to be faster than anyone else. But this conversation reminded me that the most beautiful part of a canvas is its possibility. So I have distilled these reflections into reminders for you and me in our daily life. So here are a few reminders for students or working adult right there.
So for students out there, embrace your inner artist. No matter you're science students, art students, business students, or what kind of students, don't stop enjoying the arts. Well, you don't have to be an expert in any kind of arts, but if you never tried any arts before, hey, just give it a try. People, you can just play that public piano at the MRT station. Nobody's gonna laugh at you. After 1 year, after 2 years, nobody's gonna remember. Once upon a time, there's somebody trying out piano there. Nobody's gonna remember. So just give it a try and enjoy the moment. Or you can just take out a paper and draw something random. Or even right now, even you're sitting, you can just dance or do any random movement to cheer you up, right? If you don't like all of them, what about writing? You can try to write a diary. You simply write down what you had for your lunch, for your dinner, and where did you go, what did you do, how's your feeling, what's your reaction towards something today, and what are the moments that cheer you up on that day, or what are the nice memory that you want to jot it down. Try out. And all this music, dancing, writing, all this will trigger your imagination, and imagination is the thing that will let you see things differently. Imagination is something that will help you to generate some cool ideas in your mentos. So that is the first thing, embrace your inner artist. And the second thing is that this conversation reminds me that AI is coming for the perfect answer. AI can answer the exam better than us right now. But of course, you still need to study because that is your foundation towards anything else. But what I want to say here is AI is not as creative as you are. So human imagination, that is the one thing that you should protect and develop. How can we do that? Just like what I said, embrace your inner artist. Try doing different arts to explore and see which art you actually enjoy doing.
Alright, so for the working adults right there, first, slow down to go fast. Again, slow down to go fast. Stop comparing your timeline to others. I know it's hard because it happens naturally in our minds sometimes, but we have our own timeline. Do not blame yourself just because that you think that you are left behind. Because the emotion of feeling behind itself burns you out more than the work itself. So that's the first thing. You are allowed to slow down. It's totally okay to be not okay. If you feel like you're so overwhelmed, go and touch grass, go for a walk, talk to somebody else, just walk out from your room. So that's the first thing. Stop comparing your timeline to others. And the second thing for adults right there, try to practice full presence. Meaning, when you're doing something, be fully present in doing that. When you're doing one thing, stop worrying about other things. If you're so concerned about other things, write it down in a paper and then only you come back to the task. When you're doing this, just be doing this. Because when you're worried about so many things at the same time, or you're doing something on your hands, there's so many windows in your brain, and that's how you burn out mentally. And third, ground your purpose. Try to remember why we begin doing this. I know it could be hard sometimes because we're so busy, we keep rushing for a living just to survive. It could be hard, but we are all in this learning journey together. I'm with you. We're all practicing this together. So why do we need to ground our purpose? Because or else you might be distracted or you might get lost on the way you go. And when we're solving something, when we're solving a problem for others, we solve it not only from the brain but from the heart as well. Reconnect back to your why. And normally that is how your effort differ from others. When you move from your heart and you practice full present while doing it, you'll realize that rushing stops and the real execution begin before you even notice it. And the most important thing is that you enjoy doing it. So in short, your purpose should fuel you, not pressure you. It should light you up, not burn you out. So people, here's a simple list of what you can start doing today if you want to start making impact on the world without feeling like you're losing your soul. And also people, let's take a moment to sincerely thank the scientists like Professor Gilbertson. Your contribution in humanity are immense, but please do take good care of yourself as well. Your health and well-being matter just as much as the breakthrough that you create. So thank you so much. So for the people out there, let me know in the comment what is the one task that you will be fully present in it, and what is the one art that you will start trying now. I would love to read your comment. Alright, so I'm the Sun. Have a nice day.